Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Throwing to start the drive. Logan. Throwing quickly to Wilson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A good start. One play, 10 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas first down.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they can be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. Well, that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot of confidence.
On 1st and 10, Logan. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw. Logan. He finds his man, complete. That's Chambers. Throwing on 1st down. Logan letting one go deep for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Buying time to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. Touchdown! DJ Moore with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. That's picked up by the Cowboys. And they'll be inside the red zone with the ball at the 16-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. And the Cowboys are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Looking to throw. Logan out to his left. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Looking to throw on second down. Logan. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Cowboys lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
As this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season, and in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing, but clearly there's some growing still to do.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Logan. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. Personal lead. 18 Hamler. Hurt. Panther 11, Panther 11.
He'll look to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Let's go now.
They go play action here on 1st down. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Give him 30 yards there.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Off the play fake. Logan going right back to Wilson. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Off play action. Logan. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And it's now 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Back to 60. Come back team. Come back team.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And Ingram holds it in. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
65 check. 65 check.
They'll set up to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's 4th down. On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is brought in at the 21. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. He's got it complete to Tolbert. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback. But you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
70 Lions. 79 Broncos. Cowboy 80.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
But that was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate that was just incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
They'll look to throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And this will be down just on the other side of midfield.
At their own 46-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Throwing to start the drive. Logan. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
To throw on 2nd down. Logan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys are able to add on to their first-half lead. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And the route is on here in this first half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left. More than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
19 tight. 19 tight. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
Back to throw again. That's complete to Slayton. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Warrior 70. Dragon 60.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Finds his tight end Ingram. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The slot man in motion right. He'll drop to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Graham Gano for the Giants field goal. He's 56 yards ahead.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that drops the deficit from 28 to 25. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of the team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
On 1st down, Logan.
Oh, he's going up top for Wilson.
And incomplete on a deep ball.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Logan. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. A final shot before break. Logan. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the 2nd half. Take it at about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. 18, Pioneer. Trap 60, trap 60. Mustang 19.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Derwin James with a pick.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I see you reaching for the white flag. Put it down. I don't want you throwing it, but I understand why. Because if you do, you're hoping they might actually stop this game because we're in blowout territory right now. That interception just surrendered any momentum they built up in the locker room during halftime. So, game plan, it's in the garbage. Time to try something new in this one.
On 1st and 10, Logan.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
They're going to look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Logan. He's going to look deep for more. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing.
Barkley hit, and the ball pops free. And the Cowboys have recovered. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, I mean, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Throwing on 1st down. Logan. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's going to go down here and sack. They push him back to the 34. In motion left is Wilson. Throwing on 3rd and long. Logan. It's brought in by Wilson.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 15-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18. The partner still in the third quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the fourth quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
Looking to throw. Logan. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Cowboys have got it on cruise control. The extra point up and good by Garibay. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
White.
The center receiver in motion to the right. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Throw left side complete. That's Moore. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. DJ Moore, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point up and good by Garibay. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And they nearly broke that for Moore, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The Giants on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is third down and 12. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play here for Dallas. And even 50 yards.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. The quick slant caught. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Garoppolo now.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just didn't have backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
This taken in at the goal line.
And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 and the 24. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
Here we go. Hawk 70, Hawk 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Big alert, big alert.
They'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. From 4 yards out. And the Giants get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Gano the extra point, and that will cut this lead down to 25. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Logan, he's going to take another shot here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
To throw on 3rd down. Logan. And that is incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Up the middle with Barkley. Oh, he's got a little daylight. That one good for 37 yards.
Every player I know tends to play the game in his mind before it actually happens. There's no way he thought that at this stage of the game, this would be his first big run like that.
Yeah, but it's got to feel for him like the floodgates open, a sigh of relief. Now we'll see if things can open up for him.
See if it can continue.
Back to throw now on first down. Got his man in the crossing pattern. It's Slayton. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
60 Bobcats! 60 Bobcats! Riggs!
He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
18, Pioneer!
They'll look to throw again. Touchdown, Giants! Darius Slayton, 29 yards. And the Giants are able to cut into that deficit. Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback. But, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead. But at the same time, got it done. It'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
Taken at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Just a gain of a couple there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Again, he finds more. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. That one looks like he'll throw here. On the move to it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22.
51 yards on the punt there. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play.
And now here's another interception. And some room to maneuver. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick six on the other side, and now they get a pick six of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick six from earlier in this game?
My Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we were not a ride nobody wave, we're the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni had Yanni hits. This goes so hard even though.
You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose.
You see, it's two type of people in life. It's people that wake up and wish they had it.
Got so many memories that I made on Cascade Road. I done gained the world, I ain't never sell my soul. This is God-given, so I thank him as I go. Hate to sound conceited, but I know. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Run up on me, baby, show you gon' see. Yeah, God power from my head and my feet.